We have to warn them. Send this.
This is Emma Ehrenfeld. She's a telegraph operator. And this is the exact message she sends before all hell breaks loose. The dam is becoming dangerous and may possibly go. This is the precise moment that the dam upstream from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, breaks.
We have to go. We have to go.
Over 2,200 people are about to die in the most deadly flood in American history. But why did it happen? And could it have been prevented? It's 8 years before a flood will nearly wipe this city off the map. But the story really begins here with this place, the Cambria Iron Works, and the rich men who run the steel industry, including this guy, Cambria Iron Works General Manager Daniel Morrell. It's 1881, and he's headed for a resort on the outskirts of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. The resort is a retreat for the wealthiest men in America, steel barons like Morrell, whose fortunes skyrocketed in the Gilded Age. While thousands of workers toil away smelting iron, men like Morrell get rich providing the steel for America's greatest public work to date, the brand new Transcontinental Railroad. We're 14 miles upstream from Johnstown, and this is Lake Conemaugh. Don't try to find it, because it doesn't exist anymore. But in 1881, it is the biggest man-made lake in the world. Daniel Morrell and his fellow steel magnates lays the day away here. In 1879, they bought the lake and the dam and all the land around it with plans to build a club.
It was designed to cater to the very rich clientele within the steel industry.
As a part of the original purchase, they agreed to perform maintenance on the dam to protect the town. Instead, they spent their money making the club as ornate and luxurious as possible.
If we imagine the wealth, power, and influence of the members of the South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club, they would have been the Bezoses, the Zuckerbergs of today, individuals of enormous capital, enormous fortune, and enormous influence. And that influence meant power, the power to create, and ultimately the power to destroy.
In order to understand the South Fork Hunting and Fishing Club, we have to wind the clocks back to about 1875, and here was a U.S. congressman named John Riley. When he bought the dam, he made the critical mistake of removing a lot of the sluice pipes from the bottom of the dam. And these sluice pipes were actually a critical feature because they allowed the reservoir to be drained if ever there was a danger of a flood.
A few years later, those pipes need replacing, but club owners don't do it. Instead, they ignore the risk and lower the height of the dam to widen the carriage road for the sole purpose of making travel to and from the club a little easier. Daniel Morrell was so worried about the state of the dam, he pushed for an inspection and offered to help pay for fixes, but club ownership ignored the inspection report.
The response from the country club is, we're not responsible for this. We don't see this as a problem.
There was an unusually strong spring storm system moving through the middle of the country. At the same time, a separate storm system was forming south of that area in Virginia. These two storms converged over Pennsylvania, and as they did so, they kind of stopped each other in their tracks. Instead of just moving through from west to east, these two storms merging from different directions actually focused the heavy rain over that area for a longer period of time. And it also enhanced how much rainfall we saw. People in the area of that lake at a hunting and fishing club saw the water level start to rise, including workers on the dam. And by the morning of the 31st, they saw the lake level rising by an inch every 10 minutes.
They're desperately trying to dig another spillway to let some of the rising water spill down the hill into the river to relieve the mounting pressure on the center of the dam. No matter what they do or how fast they dig, it's obviously a losing battle. The frantic efforts of the men on the dam have failed. Now water is pouring over the top of the dam. Once that starts, it just can't stop.
3.8 billion gallons of water flowed unrestrained down this deep, narrow river gorge. This amount of water raised the level of that river by 89 feet in some areas. It was moving forward at 40 miles per hour. And water is such a powerful force, it would pick up locomotives off of the track that were in this flood's way and bulldoze everything that was in its way.
Although the club was never officially penalized for what happened, the facts are clear. They neglected their responsibilities just to suit their lavish needs, ignoring the precarious state of the dam. 99 entire families perished, over 400 people were widowed, and 750 were never identified in what was the deadliest flood in U.S. history. 3 p.m. on Friday, May 31st, 1889.